Hey everybody, good to see you. Andrew, how's it going, bro?
Oh, what's up?
Right on. Vinny, what's up? Hey, good to see you. A little bit bright in Vinny's face there.
Always.
Anyway, we are in Los Angeles, California, and you just kind of see a little bit over this way. I'll show you a little bit more of the prettiness of the open park area. But yeah, you can see it's got a lot of nice tree cover, and over that way there's a lot of just kind of like standard park view. A lot of places to hang out and sit with a blanket and just look around, enjoy what is honestly, in my opinion, pretty close to perfect weather. It's probably, what do you think, Andrew? Maybe like high 70s or so, down 80s, low 80s.
Yeah, 73 right now.
Yeah, so geez, there you go, 73 degrees, bright, sunny day. But anyway, you can also see a lot of fences over here, right? And so this is an excavation pit that I'm about to show you. We are at the La Brea Tar Pits, and La Brea is like a zone of LA, and the tar pits are kind of the central scene here. We're not very far from Beverly Hills, and so you can look them up obviously to learn more about it. But the La Brea Tar Pits are an area where the water holes that the animals would come and drink from were full of sticky tar. And so what happened is that the animals would go to just think they were getting something to drink, and then would get stuck in the tar and died. And so they have excavated just like an insane, like honestly just like a wild number of animal bones from these tar pits over the years. I'm going to go and show you one that's active that they're currently like removing the remains of animals from. So let me have you check this out for a second. How you doing, sir?
They were like, oh, essentially it was like, oh, smoking alcohols versus like smoking substances with organs.
Alrighty, pretty cool. See you back there. But anyway, yeah, there's a ton of information on the walls for you to read about the different animals that they find buried down in the tar, and there's just a lot of general information about the history here. But I'm gonna try to make a few videos about Los Angeles. There's obviously, oh my gosh, who out there would lie to you and say there's not almost an endless amount of things to visit and talk about and discover and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is an interesting one, and so I've been feeling a little bit a little unsure about what to share with everybody. But I haven't made a lot of videos recently, and for any of my students or anybody else out there who just enjoys taking a quick glimpse at the things that I'm checking out, I figured, I've been to Los Angeles a lot now. I have some really amazing friends here, including the amazing Paula Brand, who we're staying with tonight, me and my buddies, and Laura. And we were in Santa Barbara last night, did a couple days in Disneyland. Definitely missed having my daughter there. That's, me and her's place, and Ryan's too. But all right, cool. So yeah, we'll go ahead and walk around for a second. Actually, I'll stop the video now, and then I'll show you kind of like a more central view of the tar pits. And then I don't even know where we're gonna go next. I guess you'll find out when we get to that point of the video. But if you're ever in the LA area, I do recommend stopping by here. There's a museum that has a bunch of reconstructed animal skeletons from the things that they found. And it's just a pretty place. So even if you're not super into the archaeology and just the history, this is a nice place just to walk around and enjoy. And you're close to other stuff too, so why not come check it out? All right, see you soon. Okay, this is a little bit more of an open area of the La Brea Tar Pits, just open park. But all over the place you've got the fenced in pits themselves. This particular pit right here, as you can see, it's not all that huge, right? It's just probably, I'd say, maybe like, honestly, 25 by 20 yards or something like that. This particular pit that is not super huge they unearthed and located over 10,000 different fossils in this single pit here, including over 27, or I think it was 27 different mammoths. The Columbian mammoth that was common in this area. They found 27 mammoth fossils, and those, obviously based on the name, are not small creatures. So yeah, from here, you know, it just kind of looks, again, like it looks like mud, you know, just like a muddy, still kind of wet area after the rain. That's not the case. That is, well, that's what the animals thought too, right? They're like, hey, maybe we can get a quick drink. That was the last drink they ever took. But yeah, so yeah, this is a small but cool little example of one of the pits that they found a ton of animal remains in, and these things are all over the place. So it looks like we're kind of at one end of the park. There's another one down that way that's fenced in, and they're all over that way. They're numbered and separated all over the place, and this one here is just kind of a good example. But there you have it. Don't get too close. You'll be the next fossil found. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Exactly. Oh, you know. But yeah, here's another one. This is, I don't know the name. This is Pit 13. As you can see, they've got them numbered right there. Pit 13. Looks like a nice, shaded, beautiful, calm, inviting place to come take a drink. Don't do it. Or do, that's right. If you do, you'll be famous because they'll put you on display in the museum.
That'd be cool.
That would be.
Like tar-covered bones.
But yeah, this guy here, I mean, you can really see this one is a little bit more obvious, a little bit less like concealed in terms of what it's offering, right? It's like, that's some pretty thick, dark, black tar sludge. Let me see if I can hop over here and get a view through the fence. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, there's a million of these, and so I'm not gonna try to go around and show you, you know, much more than that. But La Brea Tar Pits, LA, beautiful place to hang out, especially on a day like this where it's in the 70s and bright and sunny and just all that good sorts of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna head off to our next spot soon. Don't know exactly where that is, but like I said, we'll find out when we get there. Catch you later. Hey, I am smack in the middle of Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive, very famous place for a lot of people. Maybe you've never heard of it, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I would be a little bit silly if I didn't take a little bit of a video here. Yeah, I don't know the stats on it, but you know, the rent on these shops. There's a Waymo over there. And you can see my video on the Waymo I took in Austin, but they're all over LA as well. But yeah, I would be a little bit silly if I didn't you know, say something while I'm here in the middle of Beverly Hills. It's been a while since I've been here while the shops are still open and people were still hanging out. I came a couple years ago when it was all closed down. I think my daughter and I just kind of drove through, but it was all quiet. But yeah, it's a very, very intriguing place. The two girls I talked to who are hostesses at the restaurant down that alleyway up there, or up that alleyway rather, it curves up. One of them is from Ukraine, the other one is from Bulgaria. So nice, right? And then we just ran into a girl in the elevator who was dressed in just almost insanely expensive clothes. And I was like, hey, you from here originally? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, really, you live here now? She's like, no, it's complicated. And I was like, all right. I felt really curious about it. And I'm pretty curious about this place in general. I mean, I talked to the guy who lets you in. So some of the stores here have like a capacity of how many people that they let in, kind of like an exclusive club. And you have to wait outside, and then they let you in when people come out. But a lot of fancy cars, pretty much all over the place. But yeah, the people have interesting stories. You know, most of the people, I would say, a lot of them aren't from around here, probably most. And there's just yeah, there's a lot to say about this, and I will just say that I'm left feeling very curious. The people's stories are pretty interesting, and hello. And so yeah, I'm gonna get going though, and just head to the next spots, which I think we're gonna go to Hollywood next. I'm gonna walk around here a little bit more. And so if you look up Beverly Hills on the internet, it'll tell you that it's a place to hang out if you're curious about luxury and curious about just this kind of vibe, which not everybody is. But I'm not saying I'm gonna want to hang out here very often, but I would say if I did, there would be some interesting things to hear from the people you talk to, which already happened for me tonight. But all right, there's a pretty view behind me of straight up Rodeo Drive back toward Santa Monica Boulevard. I hope everybody's doing well. I'll catch you from the next spot. See you there. Hello. I'm gonna try not to be too loud, just to not disrupt the vibe for anybody. But back there's the Griffith Observatory, which is it's been here since the 1930s, I believe. Just a beautiful astronomy site and experience here above Los Angeles. Let's see if we can walk over so you can see just the amazing view that is available from the Griffith Observatory here above LA. You can take a look back there. You can even see downtown LA in the background if the resolution's good enough. But you can walk all the way around back over that way and just on the other side of the building. And yeah, they have some really cool telescopes out tonight. Let me see if I can show you one really quickly. The Hollywood sign is right over there, right over on that mountain, but it's not lit up at nighttime, so you can't really see it. So you can see the people out here enjoying this.
Yeah. And at first they said they were tumbling through space together. It was a lie. They're 70 light years apart. So the yellow one's closer. 420, 490, because they're so nicely lined up. They look like I like it because it's almost impossible to get a yellow colored star.
I'm gonna take a walk here with you guys for a second. There you can see more of LA down there. But golly, whenever I come up here, this is actually, I don't know how many times I've been up here, maybe, 4 or 5 times over the course of my life up to this point. But this has been the best visit so far. It's been the best visit because, I don't know, there's a lot of reasons, but let's keep walking around. Astronomy gets me excited in the first place, and it does for a lot of people, for good reason. Well, hello, Vinny. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm alright.
Nice. I think our meeting point's coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so cool. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah, man, I can do it. You're on
Like City?
No. No.
How?
Yes, but your butt and our butt.
Oh my god, wait, I don't think I'm gonna be able to.
Excuse me, sorry.
It's the Griffith Park, so you can hike.
Galileo.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Thank you. A lot of people taking a lot of pictures there. And here we are from the other side. Those guys have a nice flash. I'm jealous. Fancy. And there's downtown Los Angeles right back there. But I'm gonna put my phone away and let the video pause for now, and we'll get going. I wanna really be present and enjoy my last few minutes of this particular trip. But I'm gonna go ahead and say to you guys right now, like, there's a lot of cool things in Los Angeles, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Griffith Observatory is my favorite spot for several reasons. You know, the museum on the inside, and just all the beautiful astronomy information that they've gotten there in the exhibits. And then the telescopes out here, of course, for everybody, for the public. What a great service to everyone. And then this view above this amazing city. There's just a lot to love. There's a lot to love, so you can't go wrong. So yeah, if you're ever in the Los Angeles area, you have to come to the Griffith Observatory. The parking's not the easiest, but whenever you find a spot, it is well worth it. So yes, thank you so much to the people who created this place and maintain it. And I'll catch everybody from the next place. See you there. How's it going, everybody? I am back from California in that, like, I guess, mid-fall 2025 trip out to the West Coast. California is one of my favorite places with so many good reasons. If you've hung out there, you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again, people like to hate on it. And all I have to say to the haters is that you're focusing on the negative things and then pretending that that's the whole place, right? There's so much greatness about California, and you know, I feel like that's true for most places. You know, it's to me just like that whole thing, like you manifest what you're gonna basically say to yourself, right? So if you're gonna go out there being like, great, this is gonna be a bunch of just dirty cities and blah 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 blah, negative, sad, then that's what you're gonna look for and what you're gonna find. If you're gonna go out there and be like, hey, there's insane beautiful water all over the place, there's mountains you can go to, also there's really cool parts of town that you can go explore that are safe and interesting, there's just tons of uniqueness all over the place and a very unique culture out there, and really cool you know, famous places like Disneyland and Beverly Hills, and which is weird. Beverly Hills is kind of a strange place. I'm not going to say that I dislike it, but it's just kind of, I mean, I like it, but it's just kind of weird. I don't know, the vibe a little bit, at least from the few times I've been there. But anyway, I am back, and yes, I wanted to make a video from my school or someplace that was more interesting instead of my bedroom while I'm getting ready for bed, but I keep forgetting. So now I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna have to get it done here before I get ready for bed and close my video out. But I didn't, you know, golly, I was so like combination between stressed and immersed in my Disneyland experience that I didn't make any videos there. My original plan was to make a bunch of videos about Disneyland because I've never done it. I've taken a lot of pictures there over the years, but I've never taken any videos. And I think the reason why is because, like, if you can imagine being in a place where you're so consumed, like fully, like your entire self is connected, that it doesn't leave really much room for much else. That's what my Disneyland experience is like. It's like I'm so just overfilled with what that place does to me that taking a video feels like my heart has no time for it, basically. Even though I want to, because I want to share about it. That was the first time I've ever been to Disneyland without my daughter, ever. And also, it might make me sound like a spoiled kid, which is basically true. But that was like, I can't tell you. That was probably like my, I don't know, at least 10th time to Disneyland. You know, my story about California is, and about these kind of trips, is that when I was a kid, our big family trip, our big exciting, like, wowzers trip was like Galveston, right? Literally. That was the big family trip to, like, the dirty, brown-watered Texas coast. Galveston's cool, right? But it's not like a record-breaking, like, beauty destination, right? And we would drive there in our car, me and my mom and my dad and my brother. There were only 4 of us at the time. But so whenever I got to California the first time in 2013, I think, when I got off the plane, I was like, oh my God, I'm actually in California. Like the famous California. There's so much, right, about it that's just like famous. I was like, I can't believe I'm actually here. It was kind of like the Wizard of Oz. Whenever like whenever they hand like the diploma to the Scarecrow or whatever, and he's all of a sudden like, I'm smart, you know? And they like, you know, hand the heart, you know, to the lion, and all of a sudden it's like these little tokens of things like changed their perspective. It's like just like blew up their previous worldview. That's what landing in California was like for me the first time. I got there and I was like, that wasn't hard. It was a 2.5 hour plane ride that cost $100 round trip. These tickets this time cost $130. Guys, if $130, if you cannot afford that, that's one shift at most people's jobs, right? Honestly, or less, you know, depending on the job. But it wasn't that hard to get out there. 2.5, 5 hours round trip, less than $150. It's a mindset. It's like going places is a mindset. And once you realize that you can do it, then you realize there was nothing to be afraid of all along. You just have to be willing to take the steps, right? I feel my allergies coming and getting me here. But so what I was saying though is out of all the trips I've been to Disneyland, which has been, you know, again, like probably a dozen or something like that, it's the first time I've ever gone without Kaylee. So that was kind of weird. It wasn't as weird as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be like crying and like freaking out that she wasn't there, but I didn't, you know. It took a little getting used to, or me kind of like not thinking about it, but me and my new group of people that I went with, the 4 of us made our own traditions and did things a new way. I'm used to doing Disneyland with Kaylee or Kaylee and Ryan. You know, Kaylee and Ryan and I, my old best friend, you know, we went, the 3 of us, for a long time, and we had our own way of doing it. Now, me and my new group, you know, made our own new traditions. And so it was amazing. And thank you always to my friend, Paula Brand, who is always just so joyfully taking care of me and whoever I'm with, and opens her home up to us and allows us to use her car to drive around Los Angeles. And she's just the most delightful, brilliant, sweet person you'll ever meet. And so I always like to thank Paula very much again for always being there for us so lovingly and completely. And we had a nice time in Santa Barbara. It was crazy. I just drove up there. Santa Barbara's a different story. I have a weird situation with Santa Barbara. I don't even want to get into it. It's like, it's so pretty and different. I'm not even really sure how to like process Santa Barbara. But I will tell you this, you're probably not going to be sure how to process a long blabbing, as the kids like to say too, the current word that we kind of used it when I was growing up too, and it's made a big comeback. Me yapping away, right? You don't need to watch me listen to me yap that long, but yeah. So at the end of it, the highlight of my trip, I would say this 5-day, I took a couple days off from work, and so I had 5 days to go out to California. The highlights for me was showing people who've never been, which was 2 of the 3 people. All 3 of them had never been to Disneyland before, and so sharing that very special place to me. A lot of you out there might be like, Disneyland is a theme park. I think everything in life is only what it is until you mix your own memories and your own heart with it, right? Disneyland is not just a theme park for me, and it never will be. I'm a little upset with them for they've gotten to be sticklers and greedy. I mean, guys, it cost over $2,000 just to get into the theme parks for 2 days for 4 people. For 4 people, it cost over $2,000 for 2 days. That's a lot of money. And then there's certain rides they charge you for when you get in. There's a couple rides that have 3-hour waits, and if you want to do it for less than 3 hours, you got to pay $30 more a person. And so some of that's kind of annoying. But again, the highlight of my trip this time, the highlights was spending time at Disneyland and walking around Anaheim. I love Anaheim. I love Orange County, and I love that part of the state. And then out of everything else too, you know, spending time with Paula, I always love, again, like being at her house. Going to the Griffith Observatory above, which you saw some videos of there I took. That's just an amazing place to me because it's a combination of, you know, a topic that I'm very passionate about, which is astronomy. I'm so passionate about it. And most people who give it a try end up being very interested in it also. Because you just are like, holy cow, you know? We're just on this little planet doing our thing. And there's this huge, magnificent universe out there to be explored and experienced and appreciated. And so the Griffith Observatory, to me, again, is a combination of just this really awesome topic, a phenomenal space and astronomy museum there at the observatory, people outside with telescopes showing the public cool stuff, and then the best view of Los Angeles you're going to find anywhere. Just, you can see right over the city, and going in the winter and fall like this is really the best because the air's cleaner and you can actually see it all. I've been there on other times where, you know, the kind of like haziness and kind of the bad air quality makes it hard to see, but being up there was really a treat. I've also been in the past where it was kind of close to closing time, and this time we were there a good bit earlier, probably like 7 or 8, and they close at 10 pretty much every night. So, man, I would have liked to have spent a little bit more time up there, actually, just to really just gaze out at the city and just appreciate that wildly amazing view from up there that I had. But hey, I'm grateful for what I got, which was a great 5-day trip. I'm in a different headspace now. I really needed to get away from school for a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what was going on. I've been feeling kind of like stuck at school, kind of in a weird way, but I feel unstuck now. I went down to the middle school today and talked to a bunch of the middle schoolers. It was so like invigorating and just like rejuvenating and just inspiring to go talk to those kids because they seemed interested. They were happy to meet a high school teacher coming down to take my time to talk to them. And you know, I think people know when you're giving their time. I think people know when you're giving your time to make their life better, and I think people appreciate it when you do that, especially kids. But anybody does. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm gonna be quiet and stop yapping away. So thank you to everybody who helped make this trip to California very possible, and everybody who went with me. And most importantly, I would say, you know, just thank you to the explorer's spirit out there. And to anybody who is going to cherish those opportunities in life, which come at us every day, to make the most of our finite lifespan that goes by so fast. And everybody's right where they're at. If you're just getting on that journey and learning, you know, how to really, you know, make the most of all this opportunity that we've got, then, you know, great, then get started, right? If you've already figured it out a lot and you're, you know, rocking and rolling with a bunch of momentum and doing a lot of great stuff, then that's awesome too. But everybody out there, again, just don't take your time for granted. It's always our most precious resource, and use it to build a life that is the best that you can possibly do, right? And don't make excuses for anything else. So just, yeah, again, make your life what you want it to be. Don't be afraid to take smart risks and to go out and grow as you get these new experiences. So thanks everybody so much. I hope that you're all doing really great out there. If you have any questions or anything else, you know, or any ideas, I'm trying to plan to see what I'm going to do this summer. I actually just a few minutes ago was looking at going in and out of Lisbon, Portugal. It tends to be a place that has a cheap round trip airfares. Right now it's like $700. Oh my gosh, $700 with good airlines to go in and out of Portugal. Then from there you can get easily into Spain and then over into Italy and all these other great France, man, all these awesome places. You can get once you're in Europe, you can get anywhere else. So, hey, if you guys have any ideas or comments, of course, oh my gosh, I will read and respond to every single one of them. I don't care if there's 1,000, right? So thank you everybody so much. I thank you, rather. Thanks to you. I appreciate everyone. And I'll talk to you next time. Let me think really fast. I always want to make sure I don't forget anything. California, Disneyland, Santa Barbara, went around LA a little bit, drove around, ate at a really good Thai restaurant. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered it. And like I was saying too, I needed a little break from school for whatever reason. I feel like my brain was kind of fogged up or something. So I just needed to get out of town for a little bit and clear my mind, which I did do. So, all right, I'm quieting down and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Flight engineer, repair next. Hit your flashing button. You'd better be faster when we get into real trouble. Right, pilot? Push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left. Move your stick to fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right. Pull back on the stick to fly up. And push forward to fly down. Watch it. Weapons are online. Left pilot, hit the booster. Now let's go get that coaxium. Right pilot, make the jump to light speed.